The WTA Tour set for two more big events with Indian Wells and Miami coming up here, two big WTA 1000 events. And reminder guys, for the women too, they already have two WTA 1000 events under their belt, so 3 and 4 coming up here. So before we get into any coverage about that, let's look at the rankings going into these two big events. The world number one, guys, still hasn't changed. It's Aryna Sabalenka. Sabalenka, as you guys know, hard court's kind of her specialty, but struggling a little bit since that Australian Open. Let's see if Sabalenka can bounce back here. I think she will. I think these are two very good tournaments that Sabalenka should be able to thrive in and make runs in. Iga Swiatek, the world number 2, things haven't changed there. Her and Sabalenka can be battling this out probably all year long. If we're Iga Swiatek, guys, pretty consistent so far here in 2025. She's actually the defending champion at Indian Wells, so we'll see what Swiatek could do there, see if she could at least keep stable ground there. Obviously, if she loses, she will lose some ground in the rankings, at least at Indian Wells. Now, guys, here's the cool thing, right? If you're somebody like me, I'm sitting in the state of Pennsylvania right now, so if you're in America, all I have to say is, hey, USA, what do you got to say here? We got 3, 4, and 5 with the Americans. Number 3 is Coco Gauff. Now, guys, Gauff, I understand, struggling as of late. That forehand and that serve giving her problems. Gauff really needs to get that figured out and get it figured out soon. Jessica Pegula coming in at number 4. Now, at the time I'm recording this video, guys, Pegula is still playing pretty well in a 250 event. We'll see if that could kickstart her for Indian Wells and Miami. Pegula has a power game to definitely do something on those surfaces. And guys, Madison Keys, the Australian Open champion, she's going to be returning for Indian Wells, which is exciting to see. But Keys, with that big win at the Australian Open and some people losing early in some other tournaments and what have you, Madison Keys jumping up to the 5 spot. Now, guys, I think that's cool, too, about that, too. Like I said, at least if you're a fan of American tennis, first time in a long time that we have 3 ladies in the top 5. I believe the last time it was Serena Williams, Lindsay Davenport, Jennifer Capriati. So going back in time a little bit with those names. Anyway, right back into these rankings. Number 6 is going to be Jasmine Paolini. I don't know, guys. A little up and down here to start the year. I think she would have liked to have a little bit better of a start to 2025. Nonetheless, though, Paolini sitting in the 6th spot. Some room to grow here in these tournaments. Let's see what Paolini does there. Elena Rybakina, guys, she's playing very consistently here in 2025, and she's overdue to win a big tournament. She knows what it takes to get it done in Indian Wells. Let's see what she does here. Big opportunity for Rybakina to finally cash in. It's been a minute since she's won a WTA 1000 event. Qinwen Zheng, very bad start to 2025. She's in at the 8th spot. Again, a lot of room to grow for Qinwen Zheng here, guys. She's been struggling out of the gate here. Big chance for her to jump up. Speaking of jumping up, Mirra Andreeva's number 9, guys. She's coming off her first WTA 1000 win at just 17 years old. This lady is a very good player, guys. Bright future for her. I'm very excited to see the future of Mirra Andreeva, who, again, is in at number 9. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Emma Navarro. Navarro, guys, very consistent player. Some struggles a little bit in the earlier part of 2025, but did have a good Australian Open champion. She had a little bit of rest now ahead of Indian Wells in Miami. Maybe that rest will have done her good. Now, guys, here's one thing I want to know. I have in the description of this video the link that will provide you guys the full rankings. You want to see other players. And the other thing you can see there, guys, is the race to the WTA Finals. That looks completely different than the complete ranking systems that we have right now. For example, if you guys go on there, you're going to see Madison Keys is number 1. She's the number 1 player right now this season ended today. Now, granted, long way to go there. Also, guys, Mirra Andreeva is in at number 4 off that great WTA 1000 win that we just saw her win. So that's big for her there. She's currently in right now. Also, Amanda Anisimova in at number 7 in those rankings too. Paula Badosa, because of that good Australian Open showing, is in at number 8. And guys, you know what the big surprise is about those WTA finals, that race, right? The top 8 make it. Coco Gauff's out right now. She's number 10 in those rankings. So couple things to keep an eye out. Again, this is going to be a very good 2 tournaments here. Indian Wells, Miami, going to have a lot of impact on these rankings here. So make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll have continued coverage of the WTA Tour here in 2025. And of course, I'll have coverage of both Indian Wells and Miami right here.